Hi, I'm Adam Cox, and today I'm going to show you a whole body workout with zero equipment that you can do at home. So right now we're in the grips of the pandemic, which is the coronavirus pandemic, and one of the most important things you can do is support your immune system. To support your immune system though, you need your lymphatic system, which aids the immune system in doing its job. So the lymphatic system is passive, meaning it won't really do its job properly unless you move. So hence putting this workout together, one of the most important things you can do really is to do this workout or do any workout and move your body to pump the lymphatic system. To perform this workout at its best, you're going to need a timer. So the interval timer is what I recommend, and setting it for 40 seconds with a 5-second rest period to allow you to move to the next exercise. Going to do 3 circuits with a 60-second rest at the end. Before starting the workout, it's obviously a good idea to warm up. So doing about 10 repetitions of each one of these movements you can see here be a nice preparation before we start the actual program for today. So with the first movement, the skater's jump lunge, the most important thing is making sure that the knee is not falling in towards the other knee. So just making sure that you've got good form here with that knee placement. Jump as far laterally as you possibly can and landing softly before taking off on the other foot. And if that's too difficult, you can regress the movement into just the static skater's lunge you can see me doing here, completing this for the same length of time. Same rules apply, making sure that knee tracks over the toe. So the second movement is the jump squat. So use the range of motion that you feel comfortable with, drive the arms up, and again, as you take off from the ground, make sure those knees don't buckle in towards one another. If the jump squat is too difficult, you can regress that slightly by using a chair. That will reduce your range of motion, also add a little bit of stability to your movement. Now the next one is the skiing exercise. So we'd normally do this with dumbbells, but obviously we're going to do this without any equipment. So just use as much force through your arms as you can. The big difference between this and, let's say, a squat is the amount of bend you've got at the hip. So just notice the amount of bending forwards, also keeping a neutral spine. That's obviously key. And then the blast off push-up. So getting right down into the push-up position and then pushing back towards the heels, trying to keep a fairly neutral spine as you do that, drawing the belly button in as you move forwards. And as you can see here, I'm going straight arms. So if the previous level was too difficult, too hard on the arms, you can just choose to do the straight arm version. And forward lunge. Going to complete half the 40 seconds on one leg and then switch over to the other leg. As the other lower body exercises, making sure that that knee tracks over the second toe, so making sure that it doesn't fall inward. Belly button gently drawn towards the spine and nice and tall through the torso as well. Make sure that you're not leaning forwards or collapsing forwards as you do the lunge. If the forward lunge is too difficult, either balance or perhaps maybe some knee pain or something, you can turn it into a static lunge, as you can see here, and it also might be necessary for you to reduce the range of motion a little bit. That's fine if that helps you get a good workout in. So the split stance arm sprint. Nice long stance. To be honest, I could have probably been a little bit longer in my stance here. make sure that the pelvis is tucked under so that you've not got a big arch in your lower back, and get those arms pumping as quick as you can. Now, as you can see there, I shortened my stance, so if balance is an issue for you, you can shorten your stance up a little bit. And the next exercise is the split stance alternating press. So using the opposite split. So if your right leg was forward before, now your left leg is forwards. Again, long stance and just driving those arms overhead. Shorten your stance if you need to, if your balance is off, or perhaps you can't keep a neutral spine with the leg as far back. And then finally in this exercise we've got the Renegade Row, so trying to keep the pelvis as square as possible, belly button drawn in towards the spine. If it's too challenging, you can take the feet a little bit wider, that'll give you more balance. And if that's still too difficult, or perhaps it's too much work for your arms, you can drop down onto your knees and do the same movement performed from the knees, and that'll make it just easier on the arms, and obviously that'll be easier for the core as well. Once you've completed 40 seconds of each movement, then you can take a 60-second rest, and you're going to do 3 sets of this program. That'll take you roughly about 20 minutes. Thanks for watching this week's video. Leave some comments in the section below, and we'll see you again soon.